That's a good win for us. I was concerned with these first two games. Both teams won more games than us last year, and they both returned their guards. And anytime you have upperclassmen guards, and like tonight, like the young man Obi, who's a conference player of the year, it's a heck of a challenge early in the year. And yesterday's practice was first time all year where we just weren't very good. And I'm not going to sit here and pass blame to who wasn't good, but I think it was a good learning lesson for us. That's why we were out of character at the beginning of the game. We settled for off-the-dribble jump shots, which is exactly what we said not to do. Get the ball inside to start the game. That's all we talked about after our game on Saturday and yesterday in practice. And it happens sometimes. And so we settle for jump shots, which then they got shooters, older guys that know, so they come at you, and that didn't help. But then we settled down. The opposite, the good thing was that then in the second half, we really, really got that thing inside. And Michael kind of got the thing going. And Lonas, obviously, became a huge presence around the rim. And Douglas, you can't say enough for how many extra possessions we get in games because of his relentless desire on the offensive rebound. Two good wins for our team.
Frank, you mentioned Lamo there. Just how good was it to see him have that kind of game where really they didn't have an answer for him?
Well, he's worked real hard at his conditioning, which allows him to stay in the game. He's worked real hard with Scott Greenewalt in the weight room to improve his balance, improve his bottom half strength, so he can hold ground in there. To remember where he was at as a freshman, where he was allergic to contact, and to see him battling, because Owen's a good player, and to see him battling a big old strong guy that takes pride in being a low post guy, it's fun. He's got to rebound it better for us. He's got to protect the rim better for us. I think everyone in the state of South Carolina heard me when I asked him why he got out of the way. But he commits 3 fouls reaching over people's backs on post entries, which is a no-no. That's an automatic foul. And now he's got a chance to go protect the rim, and he gets out of the way. And those are the things with Lamo that we got to continue to get him to get better at. But he's been awesome. I told you guys the other day, I've been hard on him and real proud of him that he stayed the course and played as well as he has the first 2 games of the year.
Megano obviously started out pretty strong, but there's a stretch in the second half where he was held scoreless for about 8 minutes. Was there anything y'all changed up defensively, or was it just him missing some shots?
Yeah, our point guard defense was not very good today. Everything we do, like they run a lot of stuff for him on the baseline. So everything that we do is predicated around ball pressure, meaning you get the ball closer to half-court line, so now you can run him on the baseline all you want, can't pass it to him. Our point guard, PJ and Stroman, were not very good defensively today. So it allowed the ball to get deeper on the floor. When the ball gets deeper on the floor, you play real good players like him that know how to play, they know how to use their body. It becomes a major problem. We were a lot better in the second half. He didn't shoot a free throw the second half. All we did, scouting report, it's probably still up in the locker room if you go in there and look. It says he's going to show you the ball, stay down. That's basically saying he's going to pump fake. Well, all we did was jump at every single one of his shot fakes the first half, so he gets the line 10 times. We were a lot more disciplined on him. Our point guard defense was still not very good, but we were a lot more disciplined on him, which didn't allow him to shoot free throws. Then we lost him. Once we popped the game open, then we kind of got lazy, lost him, makes back-to-back threes there, because we really did a good job on him in the second half. Sin and Mike were phenomenal. That's a hard guy to guard.
I know you said that you didn't want to jinx yourself the other night, but you had 10 guys play 6 or more. Play more 5 or more minutes in the game. Was it nice being able to get some guys some minutes? Just this early in the year.
Yeah. We've got a group of guys right now that they're pretty in tune with what we do, and I'm speaking about the older guys. So the plan is, I've got a little saying in the locker room, which is all hands on deck, and because the plan is that we have to continue to be patient with these freshmen. When I tell you guys that the burden of winning does not fall on the freshmen's shoulders, that's what I meant. It falls on the upperclassmen. So on days like today, those guys take control of a basketball game and get us back into character and playing through the ways that we're trying to play to win the game. And we have to continue to believe in our freshmen, which obviously we will. They got to do their part. And it's going to allow them to grow and not be thrust into the middle of the whole thing from day one.
Frank, just about 40 offensive rebounds in 2 games. Can you just talk about how those extra possessions help you guys, pull away in the second half of both games?
Yeah, that's one of the things, playing Mike at the 3, and he's still trying to figure out how to rebound the ball from the perimeter. If Mike's 6, 7 feet away from the basket, he is relentless on that offensive glass, just like Mendogas. But now we've pulled Mike out by playing him on the wing. He made some great basketball plays today, playing from the wing by driving the ball and making a simple pass, making 2 plays off the bounce that under control, played like a good player. But playing him at the 3, now him and Mendogas, Lonas is not the greatest rebounder, but he's worked at it. And we preach it. We preach it. Chris Silva today was like a deer in headlights, but still he goes in there and immediately gets 2 offensive rebounds. We preach it. We believe in it. That's the way. Some people try to trap and go for steals to get extra possessions. We believe in offensive rebounding for the extra possessions. And after 2 games, it's kind of paid off.
Frank, especially after your first 3 years where you didn't have a lot to lean on, how good is it to see your big guys take over at the end of the game? They had 28 of the last 29.
Yeah, that's at the end of the game. I think you saw me get a little heated again, and it had everything to do with we've gotten the ball inside every play. Eric Cobb, Mendogas, Limones, Michael, take your pick, and that's what built the lead for us. We got them in foul trouble. We got them tentative. Now they don't want to foul. And now all of a sudden we decide we're going to start shooting jump shots again. And early in the shot clock with an 18-point lead and 3 minutes to go in the game. But that's why it's game 2. It's game 2. It gives us something to talk about to make sure that we understand how to manage that a little better. But that's the way the game should have started, and it didn't start that way. Then as the first half was flowing, it started to go to that. Now we missed some dinks. Limones missed some dinks. Mendogas missed some dinks. Chris missed a layup. We missed some free throws, but I kind of felt like we started to get back into character there in that first half. Welcome back, Gunner. Welcome back, Gunner. Is that a new TV show? Welcome back, Gunner. How about I heard an interview with Bobby from The Sopranos the other day, and they asked him, he was a bouncer in Vegas when he got hired to work at The Sopranos. They asked him, who'd you ever throw out of the bar? He said, Gabe Kapler. Kaplan. Well, it's Gabe Kaplan. Kapler was a baseball player, right? Gabe Kaplan. He said back in 1980, he ran out of the bar without paying the tab. I had to go grab him, bring him back, make him pay, and then threw him. I'm glad I don't do that no more.